Hey everyone, Don Miguccioni here. If you've been following along, we've been doing a series on mobility and stretching. So what we're going to focus on today is the old back. So we started off with some general concepts, did the hamstrings, hips, so that started with the front end. We did the hip flexors, a few variations, worked the back of the hips as well, the glutes, talked about the concepts and differences between some static stretching and circles for joint mobility. So for the back, I would start off with this general frame of reference. First of all, this is not intended to diagnose or cure your back pain if you're having it. It's simply some concepts and stretches that you can utilize to potentially alleviate a stiff, sore back. If you have a stiff, sore back, obviously you might want to seek some professional advice around that. You may also want to start with some of the other tips and concepts that we talked about related to hamstrings and hip flexors and why those may be big contributors to a stiff and sore back before you try to stretch out the back itself. That being said, what we're going to talk about today are just some general stretches and exercises you can try out to alleviate maybe some stiffness and soreness in that area. So we're going to start off where we left off the last time with some circles. So like so. Go. Same concept. You can go one at a time, two at a time. Just comfortably bring the knees to the chest. Hold that. Relax. Both knees to the chest a little further. Relax, and then you can just do some circles. So hands on your knees, nice and slow. Other direction. One more. Stretch. Right. So, difference again between circles for mobility and then some holds for static stretch, those muscle groups, static stretch of the muscle groups. So another method of attack for the back is some different variations of what I've heard people call the cat stretch. So here you go, just like it sounds, how a cat stretches its back. Go back here, get the low back a little bit more. Turn this way, turn the other way. You can come forward, focus more on the upper back. Here we go. Side to side. So you go the opposite direction here. You round to stretch. Go the other way to balance it out. Go. And don't forget your neck in all this too. So another good way to alleviate some tension is to run your neck through some range of motion. So you can do this standing. Since we're sitting, make sure you're up nice and tall. Be nice and gentle with your neck. Don't really need to assist this stretch. You can go forward, up, side. You can do a variation of that as well. Ooh, no 360. So there we go. Just to build off the concept of mobility and stretching, we moved up to the back. We'll continue this series next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.